Hey, what's up? I thought I'd just give you guys a little update as far as, well, you know we're working on the Joust machine, but I thought I'd give you a little bit of a preview of some of the other projects I got coming up. Well, you can see a whole bunch lined up there. There's a whole mess of them. So let's just start over here. This empty red machine. No idea. I think that's Finnish is what I found on Google. The game itself is actually a racing cab called Speed Magic, which turned out to be a European version of, what was it, not 8 mile, 8,000 mile, 3,000 mile. Shit, rally, something rally, World Rally, there you go. But, so it worked with World Rally, but the sound chip's all jacked up. So, and the game wasn't even that great. So I decided to just turn it into my main machine. I had actual leftover control panel that I need to retrofit, and it's got a lot of work too. That's the lowest on my priority, because MAME's a MAME, it's got its place. I got the Joust machine, I got the garbage from the machines I'm gutting. This guy, my blue Nintendo cab, you probably saw in the background of the Joust machines. This I picked up, gutted, well, it had the monitor inside, and the tinted plexiglass, no control panel overlay, but the monitor, everything worked, light worked. It was black, I stripped all the paint off. It's in decent shape, it's got a little bit of Bondo mark, but anyway. So it's already gutted, so I didn't feel bad about this next project. Some people kind of are off put on this, what I'm trying to do here. This will be my Fix-It Felix cabinet from Wreck-It Ralph. I know a lot of people are going to say, why don't you just convert it back to Donkey Kong? Because it's expensive, honestly, and the old Nintendo boards are hard to find. They're really desirable right now. So it was already gutted, so I'm not really losing anything. I think it was before it was converted to, so it was a Donkey Kong originally, and then they made it into a Versus Dr. Mario, which is cool, but the Versus boards are all taken out. Let's see what's inside. So I left the power supply, monitor. It's got all the main components, but yeah, I don't feel bad about turning this to a Fix-It Felix. Plus, Fix-It Felix cabs are gonna be awesome. I got my PC loaded up with it, been playing in the house. Kind of in preparation. I'm actually waiting for the artwork to come in, and then I gotta order some buttons. But this one should be a pretty quick turnaround. Got some paint matched at Home Depot, so this thing should be looking pretty well once it's done. Oh, another thing, I don't feel bad because I already have a Nintendo Versus machine over here. Versus RBI, which kind of, it's alright. I mean, I played the shit out of it on NES. But what's cool about it is you can actually swap out the games with other Versus games and it'll work fine. But those are expensive as well, so I'm stuck with RBI in the meantime. What's next? So this guy, Tank Battalion, which is, I believe, Atari? No, that doesn't sound right. Namco? Anyway, some well-known developer made the game, and they leased it or licensed it to Game Plan, which has well, a lot of people don't like Game Plan. They think of them as like cheap machines. I mean, it's particle board cabinet. This one has a lot of water damage, as you can see here, but it's a cool game. You run around, you shoot other tanks. The game works. It's just ugly as hell. And we got, see all this damage here, like, that's gonna be a mess. Plus, I'm gonna have to redo this stencil, so that'd be interesting the first time doing that. But Game Plan machines they got a place in my heart because I actually have another Game Plan over here, MegaTac, which you might see on some of those multi-game boards. It's like a Space Invaders type game. Shit comes out from the top, you gotta shoot it. But I'll have to do a review on this one time. They also got another cool stencil. Actually, no, that's not a stencil, that's a sticker. But they all have the general same shape. They just reuse the same cabinets. I don't know if you heard of the game Pot of Gold. It's another desirable game that actually came in one of these cabinets. I want to say that one was white. Anyway, actually this cabinet is originally white as well. You can see here the black paint was chipping off. Luckily, side art's only lined, so that's not going to be too hard to reproduce. Oh, another weird thing is this control panel. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see. It's wavy and like warped. I don't know if somebody left this thing out in the sun or... This is actually better than what it used to be. I took it apart and kind of flattened it down, used a heat gun to see if I can shrink it back. But, I don't know. I might have to reproduce this as well. But then again, I don't even know if it's worth it because this isn't even that... It's not like it's an expensive game or anything. I actually got this as part of a double pickup, which turned into a triple pickup because I got this game, which I'll talk about in a second, Cool Pool, man. And so I picked that up, those two up, and then the guy was moving out, getting a place with his girlfriend, and he's like, dude, I got this slot machine, I can't take it with me, if you want it, it's yours. So I ended up free slot machine and 2 arcade cabinets, both working, just in shitty shape, for, I think it was under 100 bucks. Not too bad. But so we talked about this for a little bit. Let's go to this guy. You might recognize that shape. Kind of looks like Miss Pac-Man or Galaga. I actually thought it was a Miss Pac-Man cabinet. That's actually the main reason I bought this on eBay, was for this cabinet. Even though the game Cool Pool, whatever the hell that is, it's this shitty rollerball pool game. I mean, it's alright. You can shift the pool table around in like 3 dimensions and then play pool. I'd rather just play regular pool, but whatever. So yeah, I thought this was a Miss Pac-Man cabinet, which is what I got here. As you can see, it's got the same shape with the little swoops. I don't know what the hell you want to call it. Same basic shape. But what I noticed was, when I was messing with it, let's see if I can find a good example. Walk around here. Well, I'll just tell you. So, the paint was chipping off on one side, and it was white underneath, and I was like, Miss Pac-Man's definitely not white. Galaga definitely wasn't white, it was black. So I started investigating, did some Googling to figure out if any of these games were released in a white cabinet. And turned out there was a game called Bosconian, which I never heard of before. Came out around the same time as Galaga. Galaga did better in the arcades back in the day, made more money. So a lot of these Bosconians got converted to Galagas. Or in this case, it got converted to a Cool Pool. Which, who the hell would convert this game to a Cool Pool? Anyway, so it's a white Miss Pac-Man shaped, Galaga shaped cabinet. It's a little bit, actually if you, this way, it's a little bit narrower than the Miss Pac, because Bosconian was a horizontally mounted monitor, where Galaga and Miss Pac are vertically mounted. So it didn't have that extra like 6 inches to poke out the back. So they shrunk the cabinet widthways. And then when they converted it to Galaga, they had to make up for that extra space. So sometimes you'll see these cabinets with like a big ass bubble looking thing sticking out to make up for the monitor chassis. But anyway, so it's a white Bosconian cabinet. You can actually see where the artwork used to be. I took some citrus strip to get the black paint off. This took, shit, a couple hours to get all that stuff off, and it's still not even off. This side, that's what I gotta do. But there was actually, the side art wasn't there, it was just kind of like residue from the decal, and it left kind of like a tattoo, if you will. So you can still kind of make out what was going on, and the artwork matched up perfectly to the Bosconian. So this was originally a Bosconian. This one's going to be hard to put together because these are kind of rare because everyone converted them to Galagas. So you'll see, sometimes you'll see some white Galagas out there which are pretty cool, but I want to kind of make this the all original. So I've been hopping online looking for parts. Luckily they make reproduction artwork, control panel overlays, and marquees. But there's no reproduction game boards, which Usually like that's a cheap route to go. Like Miss Pac-Man over there has a 16-1 board because the game was only like 60 bucks. Or you can buy an original Miss Pac PCB for like 200 bucks on eBay. So until an opportunity presents itself where I can get one for cheap, that's just gonna rock this 16-1 for the meantime. Anyway, so I was thinking about just doing the same thing with this, just throw a cheap game inside there. But nobody even reproduces it even in emulated form. So I'm trying to locate an original board, which is not going so well. So this one might be on hold for a while. But I got plenty of stuff to work on. I mean, shit. Fix It Felix, Joust, I wanted to get done real bad. Well, let's go to the next one, actually. This one I really want to get done too. Space Invaders Deluxe. Not in too bad shape. Side art, yeah, it's got some dings, whatever. But I picked this up on eBay. Took a chance. It looked like from the pictures, even the guy said, he's like, I think it might just be a fuse, which everyone hopes it's just a fuse when the game doesn't work. 9 times out of 10, it's not just a fuse. There's a reason why these fuses blow. But I took a chance. I was like, all right, I'll just replace the fuse. Game will fire up. We'll be good. And that didn't happen. I can. Let me see if I can get a flashlight in there. So I didn't even play blind. It just, only thing that would work is the light and the marquee work. So I essentially just had an expensive light bulb. It's been sitting like that for 6 months now. Come on, flashlight. There you go. Up until recently, I finally made some progress. Damn it, flashlight. Made some progress. There we go. With this board, as you can see, I kind of like hacked up some of the wires I tried to splice in a switching power supply. Oh shit! God damn it! That didn't work out too well because that wasn't my problem. The real problem was under here. Let me see if I can focus this. Hold the flashlight in my mouth and focus. Come on. Okay. Under here in this heatsink, you see that blue. Oh come on! This thing's really not focusing. Because of the low light. There we go. This guy right here. Blue capacitor. The original one, I don't think it's in here. I chucked it. Anyway, it was all burnt to hell and back. So I did some research and found out that's a common problem. So if your Space Invaders or Space Invaders Deluxe keeps blowing one of these, I don't know. I really need a better light situation going on. One of these fuses down here, there's 2 of them. If it keeps blowing it, I would check this fuse hidden underneath this little metal thing, the heatsink. If it's all burned out, that's your problem right there. So $1.50 in components from Radio Shack, and it fired right up. I heard the, you know, the iconic Space Invaders dun 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 bass kicking out of this big ass speaker. Where's that? I mean, look at that thing. It's a little bit of overkill, I think, for this game. It was actually giving me a, well, I'll have to get that next. So it was playing blind because the monitor, there it is. This thing is notorious for blowing up and not working. So rather than find a 40-year-old monitor chassis, I decided to put in this TV. And so when I plugged in the TV, that's what, I'm getting back to the speaker being so big and obnoxious. The bass tones was actually making the wires loose from the TV, which was making the picture not work at all because of the damn bass tones. But actually, let me fire this one up. I'll show you what's going on with this one. It's kind of cool. Apparently, usually like with arcade games, you have your red, blue, green, vertical sync, horizontal sync, and ground, I think. I probably botched all that and somebody's gonna correct me. So you get about like 5 wires that go into your video input and video output from your game board. But with Space Invaders, it was actually a black and white monitor, and they used a composite video because you only got, essentially it's monochromatic. So you didn't need those extra wires. So what you can do is you just twist. Well, actually that's a different story. You don't need to twist anything. Because it's a, god damn it, get in there. see what happens when I'm trying to talk and do 3 things at one time. I start botching my speech, and I'm not accomplishing anything. Okay. TV, that's not where the plug is. Anyway, so composite video, that's what I'm getting at. The video coming out of the game board is actually a composite video, which most TVs have a composite video. That's the yellow. See the yellow sticking out of the back TV? This one's gutted. That one's over there. The one I'm going to actually be using, but the yellow video, it actually accepts the wire coming out of this thing, but it's not, obviously it's not exact. You can't just plug it in like you would like a PlayStation. So I got it all hacked in there and just, you can see it's duct tape in there. Just kind of proof of concept. I'm gonna do a more detailed video on this one when I actually get a chance. But the thing, it works. I was amazed. Where is the damn plug for the TV? Oh, all the way over here. And are you gonna come on? TV is on. Game is on. So you can see the lights, that's what that's all I got before. And the back, I mean that's awesome, but it's not cool when your game doesn't work. But if you check it out down here, the game works. It's just, well, alright, so it's right side up, it looks normal now, but if you know anything about Space Invaders, the game actually projects onto a mirror, which is, the camera's not gonna see it. There's a mirror running along this side that pretty much reflects up to this way, so you have to have a mirrored image of the game. So, even though this looks right, technically it's backwards. So that, and we'll get to that when I actually do an in-depth restore on Space Invaders. There's a way to fix it. You essentially gotta cross some wires. Anyway, but so yeah, proof of concept, it works. A little preview. This is the TV that's gonna go in there. I gotta gut this, so hopefully you guys can learn a bunch. So Space Invaders works. Oh, and then hey, let's point it up because the sounds are pretty badass. Oh good, that one's disconnected. 3, 4, 5. Do one player. Yeah. And then so you can actually, if you want to be weird about it, and see I'm moving the guy. See how the video's flickering? That's from the base that I was talking about. There it goes. But I mean, it works. I just got to do a less hack job. But anyway, I'm getting too excited about Space Invaders. I'm gonna run out of things to talk about when we actually do Space Invaders. Anyway, preview that. So we got, what was that, 4? No, I think it's 5 machines. Joust, Fix-It Felix, Cool Pool, Bosconian, Tank Battalion, and then my newest pickup, actually I just got last night locally, is this guy right here. It's in bad shape. I'll show you what it is in a second, but I just want to show you this corner. Like there's gonna be a lot of bonded work going on. But the game was free. Pretty cool story. So I've been actually, well, let me show you the game now. So it's a Speed Rumbler, which people are like, what the hell is that? It's a Capcom shooter game. Kind of like, well, it's not really a vertical shooter. It's a vertical monitor, but you can actually turn your car and go around all directions. And you just shoot terrorists in your car. Pretty cool. I'll have to do a review on this. And it does work. I mean, it looks like crap. But yeah, so the game was free. I actually didn't have to pay anything. Alright, let me start from the beginning. This is just a weird chain of events of what happened. So I saw this on Craigslist for like, I think they had it for $100, and I was like, I'm not trying to pay $100. It's in beat up shape. I was being cheap. I was like, could you do $50? And the guy's like, nah, I can do 75. I was like, well, that's still, I'm trying not to spend $75 because I didn't even know if this thing worked. The guy didn't even know if it worked. He said he plugged it in, couldn't get anything to work. So I'm like, yeah, I'll pass. And then I saw it later on eBay. I was cruising eBay and saw the same game. And I was just watching to just see if anybody bought it. And sure enough, somebody picked it up like after a day of being on it. I was like, wow, somebody really wants to pay $100 for this thing. And then I was on the internet forums on KLOV, which is a huge community of arcade enthusiasts. Yeah, so there's a first post when I logged in was free arcade game, and it was in my area, and I was like, all right, what's this about? Clicked on the forum. It said, just text me for information, free game. So I was like, cool, free game. Can't hurt to check it out, right? Contacted the dude. He said, yeah, I picked up this game. If I just need one part off of it. If you could ship me that part, you can just have the game. I was like, okay, that's weird. I was like, what's the game? He said, Speed Rumbler. I was like, no shit, Speed Rumbler. Like, what the hell are the chances of 2 Speed Rumblers being in my same area? And it turned out it was the exact same Speed Rumbler I was checking out that I was trying to get for 50 bucks. This guy bought it for the full price, but only wanted one part of it. Which, I was like, okay, are you sure? Like, you don't want to, I mean, I'll be more than happy to store it for you if you want me to keep it here, but he's like, no, just one part, just ship it to me, you can have the game. So, what would make this guy buy this whole game for one part? And it was actually this thing right here. The Taito, or Taito, how the F you pronounce it. Coin door plate. See, these are hard to come by, and you can see that's not the, some people put like stickers on here. This is the original stamped kind. So he's like, this is all I want. He restores the living shit out of some games. Like, I wish I could remember the dude's name. But a lot of his work is awesome. And I don't know if he does it for a business or if it's just a side hustle, side project. But everything that looks like they came off the assembly line. So he's doing everything all original. Needs this one part. I forget what the machine he's fixing it up. But so yeah, I just gotta ship him this part out, and I got a free cabinet. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of work, but hey, it's another YouTube video, right? So let's try to get this thing off. Actually, do we have a screwdriver? Yeah, there we go. So these things are easy to come out. You just, there's 2 screws in the back. Let's see if I can do this and hold the camera. Where's it at? See, there's one screw, one screw, one screw. So, yeah. God, son of a bitch. Dun 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 dun. So, yeah, I was more than happy to help this dude out. Oh, where did that go? I mean, think about it, all the level of trust this guy put into me just to deliver or ship this thing. I mean, it's pretty cool. Awesome dude. We'll get that screw later. And let's see if I can not lose this screw. Actually, I'm gonna, oh, yeah, let me put the camera down because I don't want this thing to drop. I'd rather the screw drop than the plate. Ugh. So, that's it. And this thing pops out. That's it. But these things are hard as shit to come by. You will not find these things. I just wonder, I don't understand how the guy found this one part just cruising eBay. The dude lives in California, was just checking out eBay, and I guess stumbled upon Speed Rumbler and saw that it had this plate on there, and he's like, I want that plate. So hopefully I can turn, I really want to see what the finished product is. But yeah, it's very cool. And you can buy like reproduction versions of the, I mean, it's usually it's not the you can see there it's raised, like stamped. Cool stuff. Not bad. And this isn't even a potato game. This is all converted. This probably was something awesome, and then somebody turned it into a Speed Rumbler. Not that Speed Rumbler was horrible, but if you want an all original game, this is not it. So cool. So yeah. But gonna ship that out this week. And what else we got? I feel like there's like 38 more problems. Oh, let's go over here. Don't mind the trash. So this is actually my arcade slash workshop slash gym. This guy. This is another Frankenstein machine. Police trainer. It's not a police trainer anymore. Monitor's all jacked up. There's no chassis, just the tube. This I had from an old main machine I made. It's just guys empty. So I think I'm gonna turn this to a Street Fighter probably. Make it a fighting cab. Anyway, enough of that one. Hang on, another project. I'm giving up on this bastard. I've bought 3 boards for it. They've all not worked. I don't know what the deal is. So I'll probably just sell this or part it out. I don't know. Metal Slug in a empty cabinet with 30,000 parts. This is actually an Aerofighter's control panel. So that Metal Slug actually came out of, you can see, that Neo Geo over there. I gutted the parts from this Neo Geo and stuck them inside that Neo Geo because that one's in better shape. And ironically, that was originally an Aerofighter's machine too. I don't know the chances. Why are people turning Aerofighter machines into Neo Geos? I don't know. But anyway, worked out. So now I got an empty cabinet. Who knows what I'm gonna do with this? I'll just probably just make it a JAMA cab. This is a buddy of mine's. He wants me to maim it for him. It's huge. So, empty TV. Touchscreen, I got that for free. Actually, I got that when I picked up the Fix It Felix cab. And I think that's it. So yeah, that's a preview. Well, you know, let's do a preview of the working games. We saw the ones that don't work. I'll show you what we got going on here. House of the Dead, awesome shooter. Let's do this real quick. Operation Wolf, pretty cool shooter. It's got more nostalgia than, for me, than people actually desire this game. Because it's just not very popular. But I like it. Neo Geo, it says Aerofighters 2. But it's actually got a 16-1 board in there. Actually, I think the original, well, I say original. Yeah, the Metal Slug board that I stole out of the other ones in there too. So, and maybe we'll do a review on Neo Geo. There's plenty of them on YouTube. Mortal Kombat 3, this is one of my first games I picked up. It's actually in a Centipede cabinet. I did some awesome stencil work there. And I don't know if, is there, yeah, I got some little side on the side. But, pretty cool. We talked about Mega Tag game plan. We'll do a review on that because there's nothing online about it. RBI, nah, Nintendo versus Miss Pac with the 60-1. Pole Position, that one's got an awesome story too. I actually got this for 99 cents. We'll talk about that when I do a Pole Position video. Quartet, kind of rare, kind of loved, kind of hated. It's like a cult classic. Cool four-person shoot 'em up. It's kind of like Sega's answer to Gauntlet. Strikers 1945. It's vertical airplane shooter, kind of like Aerofighters. Pretty sweet. Talked about these guys. Turtles, Ninja Turtles. This one I finished not too long ago. I say finished, it doesn't have side art. But side art's like $180 for this damn game. I mean, a lot of these games didn't even cost $180, so why would I spend $180 on side art? Unless I just magically come into money and I can blow it on something frivolous. It's probably not gonna get side art. Actually, it doesn't have a backdoor either, I need to build that. But it works, 4-player, new control panel overlay. That's pretty cool. Blitz, also got for dirt cheap. Yeah, it's cool. It's this one's a popular game. I don't even like sports, but this game is fun as shit. And that's it. That's my collection. Got all those bastards on the side, and then the working bastards, and then the in-progress bastards. So, lots of stuff to come. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you next time.